I always tell people, if I'm known as Barrett Jones, he's a great Alabama football player, then I'm not doing my job. I want to be known as Barrett Jones. He's a Christian who happens to play football, not a football player who happens to be a Christian. My faith is the most important thing to me. It's not just a important thing. My faith is the kind of the glass through which I view everything else.
I didn't want my kids to be monetarily rich. I wanted them to be rich in helping other people. And the way I thought really to make an initial impression on them was to take them to a third world country where really those kids get out of bed every day doing one thing, and that's trying to find something to eat. It was really an opportunity for my kids to see something they had never seen before and to really understand how big the world is, and as a resource for Christians and the way that God has blessed us, our responsibility was to give back.
It was an awesome experience for me and something I've never forgotten. I think it really changed my perspective on life and on the world, and it's really kind of sparked my passion for missions at a young age.
My group's down here in Hinotega, and we've been going to schools every day and presenting the gospel, and I really interact with the kids a lot and just kind of show them the love of Christ. God is so much bigger than just America. He's a global God, and it's so cool to come over here and people worshiping the same God you're worshiping. It's just a really neat experience. And people always ask me, and they tell me, they say, man, that's awesome that you're giving up your spring break to go on mission trips. And I say to them, I'm not giving up anything. This is the most fun I could ever have, is to go on a trip like this and experience this with like-minded Christians and spread the gospel, because that's what I love to do. I'm not just saying that. I've been to the beach a million times, and I don't really remember one specific beach trip, but I remember every second and every day of every mission trip I've ever been on. And I remember so many faces of kids that whose lives God has touched through me. And so it's something that I love doing and hope to do for a long time.
What I do struggle with is my goodness, though. So many people tell me that I'm something, yet I'm still nothing. All this great jewels and trophies and everything, it's not who I am. Who I am is a Christian and somebody who loves God and wants to serve Him. Really, in high school, all I wanted was to get a college scholarship to somewhere good. And then I did that, and I got to college and started working really hard and with my goal to win a national championship. And I think I really put football kind of as my God. It was kind of an idol to me just because it meant so much to me. It was something I put so much time into. In 2009, I put so much effort and energy to that national championship, and I'll never forget when we finally won it. I'm holding the crystal trophy like this, and I raise it up and I look at it, and I think to myself, this is great, but this is what all that work was for, this crystal trophy. Months later, I walked in one day, and a recruit had knocked it over and broke it in pieces, and I saw it on the floor, and I thought to myself, what a symbol of things of the world. Something I worked so hard for and put so much into, someone just knocks it over and it breaks. That's exactly how the things of the world are. It's a great picture of when you invest in other things and you make other things your idols above God, that they're going to crumble.
Barrett has been uniquely gifted to do certain things that I think most people don't recognize. He played the violin for 10 years growing up. I think it really helped him with his discipline and his ability to learn. And so those are some of the things I think that God has used in his background to prepare him as a platform to be able to go in front of people.
I think it's just cool how God uses people and how He's opened that door for me and allowed me to use Alabama and football to reach people that maybe I wouldn't have reached otherwise. When I just stop and think about what Jesus did for me on the cross, and that's what changed my life when I was at a young age and continues to still rock my world to this day. Just the fact that Jesus Christ came and died for me for no really reason that I deserve, just other than He wanted me to have a chance at eternal life. And I'm so grateful, and He's called me to go and to tell people about Him, and so that's my main job that I want to do.